Good morning, lawn lovers. BW here, pushing my spreader again. I'm getting an early jump on my spring fertilizer this year. I've found that my spring pre-emergent with fertilizer doesn't really give my lawn enough fertilizer to make it to the usual June fertilizer application. So this application will be a departure from my usual Memorial Day and Labor Day schedule. I like to spread all my lawn products in two directions to ensure that I get even coverage. I think it's kind of embarrassing to have dark green stripes on my lawn showing the path I made with my spreader. On the other hand, I could be a renegade and create a beautiful pattern of some kind. No, I don't think I want to do that, but a homeowner nearby has fertilizer stripes on his lawn every year. Other things can cause problems with even coverage as well. A fertilizer exposed to moisture will contain clumps that can clog the spreader and make it flow unevenly. Sometimes the spreader may not be working correctly, or you may have forgotten to open the edge guard after going around the edge of your lawn when you made your first pass. The edge guard on this spreader tends to fall down after I bounce it around trying to get all the product out of the hopper. I need to make sure it doesn't fall all the way down and block the flow of fertilizer. Since I made this video, I taped it up with some duct tape. I never use it anymore because it also tends to drop a dime's worth of fertilizer at the end of a pass when the spreader comes to a stop. That little spill causes a brown burnt spot in the lawn. Edge guards can cause a lot of problems. Make sure yours is working correctly. I may now need to move up my fall fertilizer application to compensate for applying this one a little early. On the other hand, I've been thinking of experimenting with a second round of pre-emergent this year to control oxalis, spurge, and other weeds that tend to pop up after the spring pre-emergent wears off. I will apply that in August, and the fertilizer in that application should get me to my usual fall fertilizer application in September. I'm using Fairway Formula from Greenview, an enhanced efficiency fertilizer that I only need to apply twice a year, and it's worked well for me in the past. I adjusted the spreader so I can get the side yard done in just 2 passes. I weigh out how much fertilizer I need for each section of my lawn. I didn't have my spreader set correctly for 2 passes, so I had to make 3 passes on the front lawn. Most of the nitrogen in this fertilizer is a slow-release type of nitrogen that slowly breaks down and feeds the lawn through microbial activity, a little bit like what happens with organic fertilizers. The fertilizer can last up to 12 weeks, promoting steady growth without the rapid growth spurt of conventional fertilizers. Nice! Now I won't have to mow my lawn as often as I did with conventional fertilizers. This fertilizer also contains ammonium sulfate, which can slightly lower the soil's pH. That's one of the reasons why I like this fertilizer. The pH of my soil is a little bit too high, which can prevent the grass from using the iron in the soil. It's the iron in the soil that helps give the lawn a dark green color. Cool season turf prefers a soil pH of 6.5. My soil tests have shown that my soil is closer to a 7.0. And that's not high enough to warrant applying sulfur to the soil to correct the pH. But the ammonium sulfate in the fertilizer can bring down the pH a point or two and allow the grass to use a little more of the iron in my soil. Don't forget to blow or sweep any fertilizer that lands on the road or any other hard surface back onto your lawn. Now get out there and have some fun on your lawn, and remember, you can do it.